And I nearly had it right and perfect. Gotta giggle to myself. I didn't quite hit the right button. All I was doing was getting it ready to finish at that zero mark. Zero mark. Zero mark. Bugger. Anyway, it's what it is. One day it might be perfect. Keep tuning in to find out when that might be. It's a beautiful morning outside. It might be chilly, looking out the window, and I can see the sun shining beautifully, but I can also see the little frostiness on the grass. And I forgot to put on a jacket this morning, a cardigan or a jumper or something, and I'm feeling cold sitting here too, as that coldness comes through the window. But that's all right. Hi to everyone. And to you, Holly, I can see you're on my Boundy page because I have this cross-posted to my Boundy page, my Hypnosis Plus with Ros page, and it's also going to the YouTube channel as well. Now, that's not cross-posted, that's simulcast. Slight difference there. But all good, though. Now, we're here for a daily reading of the Lenormand deck of cards that I've been using for a long time now. I love them and had a wonderful session last night for my first in that four lesson series. It was a good session and just reinforced how much I really like the Lenormand deck and this one in particular. So I'm going to actually switch it round, which is where I was to start with. And I've got nothing to actually put on the screen for anyone making a comment here to show this is how those comments show up live in the screen where I've put it on my actual profile page. I actually had that there. So do click on the link above, mytimetv.live, and that's the one that will get the comments up on the screen like I just showed. Yeah, and the other thing is too, with the scrolly bar down the bottom, that is the website that I use for my Shopify website, as far as the hypnosisplus.com.au, and it's also linked through to that Facebook page, Ros Boundy page. So you'll get the same results as far as going to the Hypnosis Plus. That's why I put them together there. And hi, Sarah. I am well. You're on my Ros Boundy page too. So if you want to click the link to the mytimetv.live page, I can put your comments up. You don't have to at all, because you can see it from the 4 different spaces. Hang on, let me see. I was going to page, that one, that. Yeah, 4 places, because it is that cross-posting. Live Video Hub, I think, is the other one that I've got it cross-posted too. Whoops, and I've just knocked the table. I've got something to mention as far as if anyone who's watching knows where I've sourced this tablecloth, the background, where that particular tablecloth would have come from, because I've recycled it from somewhere. And for those who are in the know and do in that industry, you would know you can get a free Gron to Blow reading from me, but you have to put that in the comments somewhere, and I'll get back to you about details with a Gron to Blow reading. And that's the reading that is. I'm just going to actually get that up because I think it's absolutely an amazing reading here. And I'm going to push that into, oh God, I don't want to do that. Silly. I clicked the wrong button again. There's another wrong button. I'm just going to show that in the stream. So that, and I'm going to solo that. Have a look at that. Doesn't it look so absolutely beautiful? And it is $120 worth of reading, but you look at all the cards in the regular deck, and the reading is just so detailed. It's a superb reading to actually hold, to do, and to hold, as far as what you get from it. It's wonderful. Now, I'll go back to the, wrong one. Go back to this. Here we are with our reading. Interesting little set of cards this morning when I was pulling them out, shuffling them and laying them out. Here we've got the workspace energy, and we've got the home energy there. We've got unexpected up the top. It's your role here, and we've got the outcome in the centre. And hi to you, Sarah, over there on my page. There's two Sarahs, Sarah Lennon and Sarah Darren Wood. And g'day, Shaz, over on my, that shouldn't be an echo, yes it is. Silly me. Now it's not, shouldn't be. I forgot to turn the microphone off on the webcam. Oopsie. Well, there you go. Out flew that perfectness, didn't it? And here we've got the mice in the workspace, just being regular, lovely little mice, taking advantage of all the food that's left lying around. It's almost like a warning for us in our workspace to be very careful where we're leaving our things lying around, what sort of ideas we're bringing out into the open or have hidden. Whoopsie. Oh, God. Have I got a bit of a rough start? Look, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So the mice are actually feeling like they're in that sort of space of laissez-faire, you're just in there taking advantage of everything. And we sometimes do, at times, take that opportunity when it presents ourselves. Now, we need to probably be mindful of how well we're actually keeping an eye on what we've got happening around us, that sometimes it might be that someone else is in there, in our space, actually pinching ideas and things like that we don't want to lose, that we, it's almost like playing the cards close to our chest, keeping them close there. And hi, Tracy, I can see that you're over on my Boundy page. And I can only comment on that because I can't bring them up on the screen like this, purely because I don't have you in the mytimetv.live page commenting there. And that's all right. So do be wary in that workspace that you're not allowing things to stay out in the open, that you actually do want to keep a little bit more undercover until you're ready to bring them forward for the public viewing and for the public consumption. That there could be those little mice eating away at some of those ideas or stealing them from you if you're bringing them, if they're sitting on the table and not really dealt with properly, as far as that goes. That's what I'm feeling around that. Also here in the home space, we've actually got the tower, building up what is your family base. Is still, it almost feels like a bit of an empire, but watch that it doesn't get too formalised and loses its intimacy with those around you, that you're getting a bit too distant and in the ivory tower. That's what I'm feeling with the energy around that one today. There certainly is that beautiful strength in it, because it's coming into having those foundations first when you actually are building something of such strength. But it's also keeping it real, keeping it in that closer, more heart-centered space, rather than just everything becoming so formalized and too big to handle, is what I'm feeling around that. Yeah. Now we've got the top card is the well, and that's in the unexpected space. So we're actually going to be digging into some of our resources. Hi, Alex, how are you? And you're over on the Boundy page as well. It's lovely to see you all there. The well actually is a little bit of work that's coming into your day that's got the digging into your resources, but instead of digging, we're not digging, we're actually dropping the bucket into our into our well that should be full, especially with the rain. Hello, Andrea. How are you? That's an interesting looking little cactus GIF thing. Is it a GIF or is it just a little icon? Love it. So we're actually going to be doing a little bit in the, it's unexpected. It's something that just pops up in our day, but we are going to be putting that the bucket into the well and bringing up what's needed. And it certainly is productive, though. It's something that it's not over hard or anything like that. It's just something that it's a digital art design, your own art. It's something I haven't gotten into, is that sort of design. I like painting, but I haven't done that for a long time either. And that's where it could be that type of resource that pops up in your day, is to just use things that you're skilled at, but in a different way, so that you are dipping into, and it's that unexpected factor of it that's going to show up. So, and here we've got the flowers in our role. So it's the recognition. I'm feeling that it is having that awareness of recognizing those particular parts of your skills that are more special and that you have been using, that you know that you're good at. I'm feeling the skill factor coming into it at the moment, because it does take skill to bring forward those ideas and build your family with that great foundation and keep the connection and have that work-life balance, because this is in that position of being between the two. We do have our work, we do have our life, our home environment, and they all need to balance to be able to give us that, the outcome of what are our goals and what are your goals, recognizing that you are moving towards that. And if you're not, change it. We don't have to sit static in something just because it's there. We can change our perspective. We can change our actions. We do have choices. And I'm feeling, though, that this really is having your role recognized, whether it's self-recognition or whether it's someone else who is actually giving you some flowers to really enjoy. Because that's what the Lenormand can be, as literal as that. You're going to be receiving a bouquet of flowers today. That's what it can be. Hi, Andrea. Look, as far as getting a reading goes, that's where the website is. I'll just put it back on there. You would go to either the hypnosisplus.com.au and you'll see the readings available, or even the Facebook page. Otherwise, just text me and I can give you details around that too. I don't do the individual readings in this session. It's just the generalised card reading that is shared at this 8 o'clock time slot. Okay, and it is a generalised, okay? But what you need to be doing with that as well for yourself is actually taking in what messages you yourself are receiving at your intuitive inner self level. Open your mind to actually receiving, seeing what you're picking up from these cards yourself and what they mean for you. Like the snake in the center as the outcome. Snake can be a deceptive, negative card going by the guidebook, but you see, I don't look at the guidebook anymore. I don't read the guidebook anymore. I just pick up what I get from the cards. And yes, it can be a bit of a self-deception happening here, as far as by the end of the day, have you really been honest with yourself? Or is it just a protection that you felt, yes, I've done my job of protecting what I have, especially since you've got the mice sitting next to it in that workspace, and you are in that process of, it is a protection of what is your family and home as it's building up to that, the bigger realm of what is your family, because we're all, once you start, and I suppose I'm reflecting back on my own family, one baby, then it was 2, then 3, 4. You're building a family in that home space. So it does come into a bit of a factor of you protecting your realm of family, your territory, I suppose. And that's what the snake's doing in this instance. In that outcome is what I'm feeling for today, because of the fact we have the mice there in the background in that workspace. Just be aware, and it's just a matter of replacing where the snake needs to be instead of in your tree. or something like that. You're wanting to harvest some of that fruit for the purpose of, filling your well more with more of those resources, or gifting to somebody else. It's so many different ways that you can interpret any of this. So, and that's what I like to encourage when it's reading the cards. It's a tool that you're using to help clarify something that's in your life and just have that bit of focus. It's why I like doing this in the morning, because it's what was one of the questions that was asked last night in my class was, why I do, the example was, well, why in the mornings? I love doing this at night and just seeing what the day did have within it as how the cards read. So it's different. It really is just the tool and how we use it and different purposes behind that. I love it to have that moment of reflection and purpose. As I clear the cards and shuffle them, my mind is in that Zen space, that connection of what is with my spiritual connection, what I have as that base, and bring it forward into the energy of the cards, into the energy of the reading, and into the energy of my day. It's the start of, and that's what I interpret. And by the end of the day, if I have time, or I look back and think, oh, the cards, it's not living the day to the cards. It's just having that awareness and guidance and start of thought, of intention, and saying, no, I want my day to be like, and, it just moves us forward in beautiful ways, because I love the beautiful cards. So yeah, that's my explanation of it anyway. So in whatever way you use your tools of, guidance or self-help, in whatever way that you love to move forward in your day, following your passion or trying to find your passion. There's so many people sort of, I've heard say, but I don't know what my passion is. Well, a passion doesn't have to be a feeling. It's just, you like doing something a real lot. Well, that can be the passion. We don't have to have the intensity of what that word might bring forward. Follow what you need to be following and have the guidance that you need in whatever tools they are. So I'm happy to continue on with this, because I'm going to continue on with this as the daily. I'll see you tomorrow morning around the 8 o'clock again too. Same time, same space almost, and hopefully a little bit more organised there. It'll be what it is. Certainly got available times for reading appointments and the rest. So certainly go to I better put that back up on the screen too, I suppose. Go to my website there, or the Facebook page. You just ask me in the messenger thing. I do reply mostly fairly quickly, and I love doing what I do. Continue for yourselves to be the best person that you can be, and I will see you tomorrow morning too. So it's going to be a bye for now.